First thing we're going to have to do to get MCUXpresso is to go to any browser that you want. What we're going to put in here is MCUXpresso IDE and let it search. Now I'm using a Brave browser, but you can use just about any browser, and you should get NXP Semiconductors where it's got this, and this is what you're going to click on. This is one of the ways to get here. And you probably want to block anything it's giving you here. And once you get here, what you have to do is either sign in or register. So you're going to click on this link. And if you haven't registered yet, you're going to have to create an account. You're going to have to type in your email address. Bicycles, boom, 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 boom. And it's going to eventually say you're not a robot, and you're going to continue. Now it's going to send you a verification code to your email address. So it's going to give you a code, and you're just going to grab that code. And what you're going to do is just paste that into here and say verify code. What we really want to do is get to MCUXpresso. And that's what you're going to find in the download. So let's click on that. And it's going to slide down to here, and we want software development IDs and build tools. And we're just going to go then to download. You've got current, which is MCUXpresso IDE, and that's when we're going to get 25.6, but there are previous versions that go all the way back to 11.6. So we're going to choose this one, the most current one. You're going to agree with the software agreement, and we have a number of different varieties here. This is the one for Linux. This is the one for Windows. This is the one for Mac, which is for the ARM architecture, and this is for an older Mac here. Now we want the one for Windows, so we're just going to click and we're going to save it. So you're just going to click on the downloaded file, and it says we're going to say yes to the installer. We're going to accept the agreement. We're going to say next. We're going to go next. We're going to go next to put it into a standard place, C:\NXP MCUXpresso. That's where the software is going to go. And we're going to hit next again. And we want it for all users, possibly, and then we're just going to hit install, and away it goes. Now it's going to, at this point, say, would you like to install this device software? And we're just going to hit install. So when it asks if we want to install something, we say yes. And eventually it's going to get down to this part where it says failed to create system restore point, and we don't care. We're just going to hit OK, OK, and then we can hit next here. And then we have an option here to either launch or do the guide. We're just going to launch just to make sure it's working. And it's going to bring up this page here. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to basically go up here, download and install SDKs. So if we click on this, it's going to come up to this screen. And what we have to do is download the SDK for the Freedom K64 board. Now, right now it's refreshing SDK repositories. It's going to allow us to select from these repositories what we want to download, and we'll do that next. And when we get to the screen, we're going to have to scroll down until we get exactly the Freedom K64F. And there it is there. And when we click on here, what we want to do is install and import examples. We're going to click on this, and it's going to bring it in. And we're going to click here and basically say next. And we now have our example. We can go to IDE, and it's going to give us this view. And this is where we're going to then import our SDK examples. Now, a couple of things that you're going to notice when we first come in. Installed SDK should be SDK2.x Freedom K64 2.11.0. And this is basically our screen that we're going to start off with. And when we've got that, we're pretty much know that everything is going to work perfectly. Now we're going to say File, Exit. Once you exit from MCUXpresso, you want to put it on our taskbar here, so we're going to be able to launch it more easily next time. Simplest way to do that is click here, and you can see here we've got MCUXpresso recently added. And if we say right mouse click and say open file location, what you're going to find is that it's here. And if we click on it, it's going to launch. And that's exactly what we want to do. We don't want to have to do this every time. So let's cancel out of here. What we're going to do is going to right mouse click. We're going to say show more options, and we're going to go down here and say pin to taskbar. And there it is. So from now on, all we have to do is just click on this, and it's going to launch MCUXpresso with the default that we have here for the workspace. Now we're going to take a look at changing this workspace here to be not one that's on the C drive, but one that's going to be for your memory stick, so that you can actually transfer your memory stick from the college here to home, back and forth, and have all your files on your memory stick, which you're going to specify here.